November 7th, 1997, 9:30 p.m. In a quiet Florida home, Denise picked up her phone. It was her boyfriend, William. His voice was calm, normal. "I'm leaving the club now. Love you. See you soon." William Moldt, 40, in his car, talking on a chunky mobile phone. He looks relaxed, driving at night. Denise waited. 10 p.m. passed. 11 p.m. passed. Midnight came. No William. She called his phone. No answer. By 1 a.m., Denise was shaking. This wasn't like William. He had vanished into thin air. William Moldt wasn't the kind of man who disappears. He was a successful mortgage broker, dependable. He had a girlfriend, Denise. They had been together for 3 years, planning to move in. When he didn't come home, his family panicked. They filed a missing person report. The search was massive. Helicopters with thermal imaging scoured the area for 3 days. Canine dogs sniffed every inch of land. Divers spent 2 weeks in every lake, canal, and pond. His bank accounts untouched. His passport still in his drawer. His last call to Denise at 9:32 p.m. Police said there was no evidence he had driven into a pond. But the pond was brand new. No witnesses. No one to see a car splash into the quiet water at 11:17 p.m. William's watch stopped at exactly that time. But no one knew that yet. William's car was already at the bottom of a pond, and it would stay there for 22 years. As weeks turned into months, and months into years, the case went cold. But that didn't stop people from guessing. Theory number 1, murder. Maybe someone killed William and hid his body. But who? He had no enemies. Theory number 2, faked his own death. Maybe he ran away to start a new life. But why? He left Denise. He left his money. He left his passport. If starting a new life, you take your passport, your money. He took nothing. Theory number 3, alien abduction. Yes, people actually believed this. When there are no answers, people believe anything. Theory number 4, accident. Maybe he drove into water. But police said there was no evidence of that. For 22 years, these theories circled like vultures. But the truth was much simpler, and much more tragic. For William's family, the pain never ended. Every year on his birthday, they cut a cake and sang happy birthday. And they put a slice on an empty plate. This one's for William. Denise never gave up. For 5 years, every single weekend, she called the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. "Have you found anything?" Always the same answer. "No, sorry." In 2005, William's mother lay on her deathbed. Her last words, "My only wish is to see my son one more time." She died with a photo of William in her hands. Her wish never came true. In 2010, William's father passed away. For years, he had made a photo album of William's childhood. He looked at it every single day. His last words, "I'll see you soon, son." In 2015, a Facebook group started, Find William Moldt. It grew to over 500 members. People shared photos, stories, theories. One post, "I feel like he's close, very close, like he's right here." The irony, he was closer than anyone imagined. Since 2007, his car had been visible on Google Earth. For 12 years, the answer was there, floating in space, waiting for someone to look. Here's something that will shock you. In 2007, a satellite passed over Wellington, Florida. It took a picture of a pond on Moon Bay Circle. In that picture, clearly visible, was a car. A white 1994 Saturn sedan, William's car. That image was uploaded to Google Earth, and for the next 12 years, Every time someone looked at that area on Google Earth, they could have seen it, but no one did. Why? Because the car was covered in algae. It was calcified. From the ground, it was invisible. But from space, it was a glint, a shimmer, a secret waiting to be discovered. August 28, 2019. A man was sitting at home, doing what millions of people do every day. He was browsing Google Earth. Some reports say he was a previous resident, others say property surveyor. Either way, he was curious. He zoomed in on his old neighborhood. Moon Bay Circle, Grand Isles, a pond behind some houses. It was 2:30 p.m. The sun was directly overhead. Perfect angle. And then he saw it. A glint, a reflection, something shiny under the water. He zoomed in, closer, closer. The shape was long, boxy. It looked like a car underwater. He blinked, looked again. Still there. He called his ex-wife. She still lived in that neighborhood. "Hey," he said, "there's something in the pond behind your house. Looks like a car." His ex-wife told her current husband, Barry Fay. Barry lived right next to that pond. He grabbed his drone, walked outside, launched it over the water. The drone camera sent back images, clear as day. A car, submerged. Sitting at the bottom of the pond, Barry's heart stopped. He called the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office immediately. Later, Barry told reporters, "Never did I believe there would be a 22-year-old dead body in that pond." The recovery. Police arrived within hours. Divers went into the pond. The pond was 10 feet deep. The car was at 8 feet. And there it was, a white 1994 Saturn sedan. The license plate matched William's car. They brought a crane. Slowly, carefully, they pulled the car out of the water. Water poured from the doors and windows. The car was covered in algae, in mud, in 22 years of secrets. The police report would later say, the vehicle's exterior was heavily calcified and was obviously in the water for a significant amount of time. They opened the door. Inside, on the driver's seat, was a skeleton, still wearing a seatbelt, still locked in place, as if William was still driving, even after all these years. On the floor, a watch, stopped at 11:17 p.m., the exact moment his car hit the water. In the passenger seat, a wallet. The money had disintegrated, but the leather was still there, a ring, later identified as a gift from William's mother. No signs of violence, no signs of struggle, just a man who never came home. The identification, the remains were sent to the Florida Department of Law Enforcement lab. DNA tests were run. Dental records were checked. 1 week later, the results came back. 100% match. The remains belonged to William Moldt. The police called the family. Imagine. 22 years. 22 years of not knowing. 22 years of hoping. 22 years of empty chairs and uneaten birthday cake. And then, a phone call. William's sister, Linda, later said, "I never thought I'd see this day. I used to dream about him coming home. Now I know he's finally home. Just not the way we wanted." His niece added, "When the phone rang, we all froze. We didn't know if it was good news or bad. When they said they found him, we cried. But for the first time in 22 years, we cried with relief. We finally knew." Police spokesperson Therese Barbera told the BBC, "All we know is that he went missing off the face of the earth, and now he's been discovered. What really happened?" Investigators reconstructed that night. In 1997, the Grand Isles development was under construction. New houses, new roads, new ponds. The pond on Moon Bay Circle was brand new. It sat right next to a sharp curve in the road. And here's the critical part. No streetlights, no guardrails, no warning signs. On November 7th, 1997, the weather was cool. There was light fog. Visibility was low. William was driving home, probably tired, probably thinking about Denise. Probably not expecting a pond to appear out of nowhere. He came to that curve. In the darkness and fog, he couldn't see where the road ended and the pond began. He didn't brake. There were no skid marks. He drove straight into the water at 40 to 50 miles per hour. The car sank immediately. The doors were impossible to open because of water pressure. Within minutes, William was at the bottom of the pond. There were no houses nearby in 1997. No one saw, no one heard. He was trapped, alone, in the dark, and no one knew. His watch stopped at 11:17 p.m. Why no one saw it for 22 years? There were three main reasons. First, the pond was a retention pond. It never dried up, never went down. The water always covered the car. Second, algae and minerals. Within a few years, the car was completely covered in algae and heavily calcified. From the surface, it looked like part of the pond. You could swim over it and never know. Third, no one had a reason to look. It was just a pond. People walked their dogs around it. In 2005, a boy lost his fishing rod. He swam right over the car, but he never saw it. In 2010, the neighborhood association considered cleaning the pond, but decided it wasn't necessary. If they had cleaned it, William would have been found 5 years earlier. In October 2019, a small private funeral was held for William. Over 50 people came. Barry Fay, the man who saw the drone footage and called the police, was also there. He hugged the family and said, "I'm sorry it took so long. I wish I had found him sooner." The family thanked him through tears. Denise, William's girlfriend from 1997, stood up to speak. Her voice cracked. "I waited for you for so long. Now you can rest, and I can finally rest too." William was buried next to his parents. His mother died in 2005 with his photos in her hands. His father died in 2010 after looking at his photo album every single day. The headstone read, "William Bill Moldt, beloved son, brother, and friend. Found September 2019. In December 2019, the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office officially closed the case. After 22 years, the file was finally put to rest, marked as an accidental death. In 2015, another man, Davy Lee Niles, went missing in Michigan in 1995. 20 years later, someone spotted his submerged car on Google Earth, just like William. 2 cases, 2 ponds, 2 satellite images, 2 families who finally got answers. So here's the question for you. Next time you open Google Maps, take a closer look. Zoom in on that pond near your house, that empty field, that patch of woods. What if something is hiding there? What if someone is waiting to be found? William Moldt waited 22 years. He was visible from space for 12 of them. It took one curious person, one random afternoon, one perfect angle of sunlight to finally bring him home. The final question, and only you can answer it. What mystery will you solve today? The end.